Welcome back to Mod Minecraft 1.10.2. Since last time I have set up a garden using the Pam's Harvest Craft and some of the vanilla and a bit of nature plants, as well as built up a bit of a house. Kitchen. I decided to make the project E transmutation table table a bit early. Tell me build this so I wouldn't have to be growing so many trees. As well as start getting the EMC from various items. Diamonds, my trip to the Nether did give me a gas tier, which was nice. And I also do have some new armor and a new sword. I had not planned on getting either one of these quite yet, considering it's basically considered a fairly endgame item for as strong as they are. But the centaurs that Corporea adds have been hanging around my place, and last time they showed up, I managed to get one right by the door here and kill it and drop the armor and the sword. Bit of organization here. Started with the storage drawers. Did manage to find a few veins of diamonds and get them fortuned as well as lapis. And the copper and tin are actually for vitality, I believe. But I didn't set up a separate room for that specific mod, at least yet. A lot of the other Magic style mods are dedicated to their own rooms, at least for now. Around here someplace is a flying book. You might hear it. They seem to be attracted to the bookcases. I can hear it, but I'm not finding it right now. I think they were added in when I added a companion mod that is recommended in the Grimoire of Alice book to unlock several other items for the mod itself. Because I do not remember seeing them spawn in any of the villages when I was traveling around before, but last time I went, they were hanging around. This chest has basically what I'm planning on getting into today, but one other thing, I should have grabbed it while I was up there, and get the Ars Magica book while I'm at it. As well as make the Oculus. Today is primarily going to be keep an eye out for mobs here. And and it will craft, though I also do want to get started with Corporea. There we go. And Oculus is basically the rest of the stuff I pulled out of that chest. I'm gonna head back up, drop this stuff off, and grab what I need for Corporea next. To start this mod is slightly expensive. Oh yeah, also got some elemental earth off the centaur. You need 5 diamonds and 4 seeds. Obviously having a bit of a trouble finding the veins right away. I wasn't sure how soon I'd be able to start this one. This gives de facto's fruit. Which this is the basis for a lot of the other seeds. And I'm kind of hoping if I plant the seeds, I will be getting some back, and I won't have to directly craft all of them. I don't think this one can be planted since it's the fruit itself. So I may have to do the coal one. Let's go back down to the storage and grab that. Should have seeds here. If not, I can always just grab some out of the table. Let's sleep quick, then I'll see where I can plant this. Or I may have to take care of... I'm honestly not sure if this can go into regular ground or if it has to be done underground. Oops, I don't know. I'll replant that in a moment. Oh, good. Again. Again, I have no idea how long that's going to take to grow or anything, so moving on to the next thing. Now, I did end up having to put an EMC value on the dark gems in order to be able to get them out of there as well. Base the value off of how common they are in the layers, how often they seem to show up, and a few other factors. I'm not sure if that's still too cheap or not, but get started with a few things here. With Evilcraft, you can actually get blood by having mobs step on these spikes. One way to get them out is, of course, these. But also, you can put spike plates on these pedestals. I'll be using this to set up a bit of a mob farm later on, but for now, just get those ready. Next is the purifier. By filling this with blood, putting the item that you want to disenchant in there, and then using one of these books, which is made by infusing a book with a promise of tenacity in the blood infuser. You can disenchant the item and move the enchantments around as you need it. Now, I don't think you could do these before in previous versions, but in this version of Evilcraft, you can now make the brooms. First thing you need is the bare versions of each of the items. Bear cap. Oh yeah. Now each of these by themselves is, well, basically nothing. But when you add different things to them, you get different modifiers. I honestly have no idea how this affects them, though the undead rod does seem to be the best one. So, make that. The feather brush for higher levitation, and the cap I actually did not pick one for yet. Next modifiers. Actually, the dark power gem cap may be the best one in this case. Looks like just 2 gems. Got 4 left. So just toss those in. And we'll infuse those and make the dark power gem cap. And we'll see about putting a broom together. Okay, so I assume it's just, yep. And all the different modifiers. You actually have to fill this with blood. Which is why I decided to go with the dark power, because of the additional efficiency. I'm not sure what the modifiers are yet, though. I will have to be going through the book. But I should now be able to see this holds 10,000. I'll take most of it, but I think still has some condensable left in there. Now, if this is like the other one, and shift to dismount. And there we go. Going up. Oops. Better watch where I'm going. Nice easy flight. And that little bit did take not quite 200 mil buckets. So it doesn't look like you can get too far with it, but again, there are 5 modifiers on this thing, so I'm assuming I can increase the efficiency. Now, I also want to get some additional power going today. So, I need a few things here. First of all, strowing generator. And need to make a couple machine cases. Alloy smelter. Sag mill. And a basic capacitor bank. For right now, this is just going to go in here, but top. And these are next to that, so they'll all be powered. Eventually, this is going to be the machine room. Throw 8 blocks in there to get started. One thing I need to do is I'm going to be hooking up item conduit to all the shelves here with item filters, and each of the corresponding items will be on the filter. Then in here, these chests, which will probably get added to over time, will be pulled out of to keep these stocked. If something runs out, I can always just check the item filter if I can't remember what was supposed to be there, and restock it that way. There are a few items that do not go in with this, though. The nature items and balance of 20, as well as which mod was that actually from? Ah, Corporea. And no, I actually have not killed any living horses. This is all dropped from the Fallen Knights zombie horse mounts. Oh, well, I am waiting for that to charge up. I can get some materials together and work on getting those iron conduits as well as some power conduit made. So I will be back in a little bit. Since the last cut, I have found out something about the copper ore from Vitality. While you can grind it with the Ender IO, since there is no other copper ingots, this, in the ground form, will actually turn into sacred oak wood planks when you smelt the powder. So those have to be thrown into a regular vanilla furnace. And this is actually a couple days later because I had to go headhunting to do what I wanted to do. The shelves now have the item counter hooked to it from this chest here with item filters on it. But I had to throw on the advanced one because the basic item filters only have 5 slots and these shelves have 9. Which meant a lot of zombie hunting. I also did get some more done back here. I'm going to be expanding the corporeal crops out this way. But one of the next machines I want to make, I needed a prismarine for. Well, I went looking for a temple, could not find one in the immediate vicinity. With the biomes of plenty of biomes, it's a little harder to find the exact thing I'm looking for. But Corporea does have these, which can be turned into these. The recipe for this is actually fairly easy. Light the coal and use the de facto's fruit. Seeds, only add water to the corners. These also have another use. It's like glowstone will give me the sea lanterns. And 9 of these will give me one of these, which I'm actually not sure which one this produces. Possibly the Prismarine Cobble? I'll figure it out eventually. Also, I did end up finding a second Ender while I was out hunting for Enderman. This one has Empower 3 on it versus the Empower 2. So that's saving me a little bit of upgrading time. Also, one of the items I had drop gave me a Unusing, which this takes 3 buckets of blood, and actually, I will just grab an extra item and demonstrate it. Let's see. This will probably pull off the first enchantment, so let's grab these boots. Just fill it. Takes 3 buckets. Now I want to put the book on first, because if I don't, this will just disenchant it without recovering the enchantment. And now the boots are disenchanted, and the enchantment is on the book. I'm not exactly sure what magic resistance does. I'll probably have to look at that, see if it's different than a protection. Though it was on the other thing, so it probably does stack. But I think that will be it for now. If I can get a few more materials together, the prism ring being one of them. Next time, I think I will be working on making a mob spawner using the relocator. I will eventually make a powered spawner as well, but using this, any mobs that spawn naturally will just get pulled to it. And that's where the spike plates are going to come in. But that's it for now. I think that will be all for this episode, so I'll see you in the next one.